Pre-fire the... There we go. Now it's recording. And it's recording it in the same way I'm used to. Great. Anyway. It's game time. It's annoying me to no end. And I don't even know how I sound. Anyway, the game is coming up now. Now I need to just prepare to tap the button. Three, two, one. And I also need to move OBS back over to the left. Because it's all the way over to the left. Don't ask me why. Come on, catch. Yes! There we go. That's what the audio is supposed to be. Start. As you can see, it's cropping off things on the side, but that's entirely because it's an ultra wide. The main monitor here is an ultra wide. As in 3440 by 1440. I am not used to that. Come on, Q is 11. So now I am going to have to go to... Boom, here we are. I was thinking of doing Hildebrand, so that sounded like a good thing to basically as an unwinding type of as a bit of content that you can just do on an off if you're on a bit of an off setup. Speaking of which, I need to check my frame rate. Locked 60, good. This ferry can either take you to another ward or to Limsa Lominsa. Are you coming aboard? I'll leave the residential district, please. Now to run up the stairs. To the airship landing. Because for the next part of the Hildebrand quests, we need to go to Ishgard. And I know... And where is Nashu again? Oh yeah, over there. At the Jeweled Crozier. That's Highland Knot Manor, that's Fontaine Manor. Yep. Hey, one positive, that means the... Where I normally keep my map is not disruptive to gameplay anymore. I'm tempted to just put this on, but Nashu? A gentleman falls rather than flies. As you catch sight of Nashu, you cannot help but wonder if you are about to have a bad time. Da-da-da-da. Ah, well, I'll be. Nancy Lyatches, in the flesh. A pleasure to see you again. What? Is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Huh? I was hoping you would silently agree. So I was trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I had hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. Friend? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I have had dealings with a man as you describe. Oh, you describe. Friend has no idea. Also shell. And it's... Good evening to you. You're looking for someone. A gentlemanly Highlander, I know not this man of whom you speak, but perhaps Mistress Celeste does. She is well acquainted with a lot of merchants and noblemen. Knowles? I sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, but I had not described such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. Now to speak with Elise. As ever, a warm welcome to you, Miss. Hey, it's actually put black bars on the side, so this is meant to be. This is supposed to be in 16:9. As ever, a warm welcome to you, Miss. How may I be of service? I'm looking for a certain gentlemanly Highlander. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you seek. Begging your pardons, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildebrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume? I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmund, or so it is rumoured. Surely, as a ward of House Fortin, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask him after him at the manor. Oh, I knew it was serendipity. To Fortin Manor. Yep, there we have there goes Nashu again. In case you wonder why my head tilts so much, it's because I haven't spent enough time calibrating it to be exactly like it was at home. Speak to the House Fortin Knight. He is a Manderville man, doing whatever. Well, Mistress Leitches, do you require assistance? I'm actually looking for a certain gentlemanly Highlander. Aye, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmund is entertaining a foreign guest. Ah, we found the inspector! If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo, aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort. Not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well, we humbly accept your offer. I think she's got it confused with a gazelle. And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. Oh! Speak to the knight of House Fortin. What powerful magics did they? With what powerful magics did they tame this dread fiend? Ah, yes, the gazebo. Anyway, time for me to glam up. I'm putting on the Ishgardian glam. Doing whatever Amanda can. From the peaks of Cuffest to Lamb. You good, Nashu? Hmm? That must be Inspector Hildebrand. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk curve and air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates body and mind both, a welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. Well, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions. Lord Godbert, but I thought... We're actually wondering where your son is. Hildy? In Ishgard? This is the first I've heard of it. I found you at last, heretic. Eh? Yes, you, the hulking brute with a mad gleam in his eye. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon. This man is an Uldan merchant, here at the behest of House Fortin. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Fortin? Then he couldn't possibly. Though there were those two wards that... But they were acquitted of all charges in a trial by combat. And if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to... Oh dear. He is limbering up! He is limbering up! 1,000 apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Seer, and as you may have guessed, I am an inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual. Oh ho ho! A heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me. Aye, a man, rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. This heretic sounds like he's the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could he be a fan? Say again, you're acquainted with such a man? Yeah, we are kind of his assistants. I see. And the man you are looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem that our investigations may be connected. So I put to you a proposal. The first reported sightings of the heretic I'm tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhap we should journey there together. It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the selfsame individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, that we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Knazy. This looks to be our best lead yet. One moment, let me check. Nope, no cat. No cat just yet. Then I shall accompany you all. It's been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Then it is settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once. To have the book, it actually also links. It basically locks him into either summoner or astrolog. No, wait, summon. No, yeah, summoner or scholar. Sky Steel Manufactory. Teleport to Saint Renette's form. Oh, I need to buy some glamour dispellers first. Because I am going into an area where I want to have my gear on display. Magnets. How do they work? Tataroga. I want some of your finest glamour dispellers. And then to Falcon's Nest. For 244 gil. Master Redwood. Oh, it's a cutscene. Mr. Laetches, are these your traveling companions? Yes, meet Nashu, Kakara, Godbird Manderville, and Seer of the Inquisition. The mysterious muscular vagabond. Ah, yes, a patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him. But rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I am surprised you bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. He is a Manderville man, doing whatever a Manderville can. From the peaks of Cuffus to Fanland. Manderville man. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know I will not rush to judgment as before. Especially since I am the one that probably updated the books. Still, much as I hope you find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late there has been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. That is why, Halone as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice, and prove that our order still has value in these uncertain times. Yes, yes, I understand you have your reason, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you might as well begin your search near the dusk vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we succeed in our endeavour, rest assured that you will share in the glory. The hunt continues. Onward to the dusk vigil. I am told that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Yep, there we have it. Okay, I have audio coming. I have my lighting being audio reactive, so yeah. That's actually quite a good way to indicate that whenever there's dead air. And yep, there it is. The lights react to how I'm yapping. Ah. Check. Oh. Whoa. Hmm. It's. I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. This is getting way too silly. Back to solid. Time to spook. There we go. There is the landing zone. Let's check the optional dialogue. I trust you are managing. Good. It would be a shame if we had to turn back now. This land has a beauty all its own, don't you think? A pity my dear wife isn't here to enjoy it. Look, it's frozen! Does this mean the fish are frozen too? Where is he? Fury, take me, it's freezing! Ah, this is a waste of time. No living thing could survive in this god's forsaken wasteland. No, don't. Oh, look, over there, something's coming from the vigil. Inspector, is that you? Oh. It is him. Oh no, it's just a gentle dead man. As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Zombiebrand's companions, how fare you all this fine morning? Look, a heretic raised from the dead by his brothers' unholy magics. He's not a heretic, he's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Ul'dah, good sir? Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence. So when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted, as I was chosen to serve as emissary and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Have you seen Hildebrand anywhere? No, truly. Every last one. Dead. Is to say, irrevocably dead. If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand. Then my calculations were wrong? The inspector didn't land in Kerfus? Now, now, do not fret so. If it is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Dead Men, our fates and our ether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir. Can you call us to Inspector Hildebrand? Surely as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. Sir, are you reading? One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in myriad ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness which must needs be burnt out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Confound it, they've left us behind! Hey, I only stayed behind for your sake. Welcome to episode 1 of Hildebrand Adventures Season 2. But first, a word from our sponsors. That's a perfect way to do. That's a perfect way to do the. That was a good transition into the ad break. A worm from our sponsors. Ooh, that's actually really. That's actually really cozy. A worm from. How did I think of that one? Oh. I'll need to go ahead and take the screenshot later. I'll need to go ahead and take a screenshot during this because I know for a fact that I am gonna forget to make a screenshot for the VOD, to make a thumbnail for the VOD. There we go. Now to talk to Seer. Don't call it a comeback. Says look of utter confusion is one you know all too well. Who do you think they are commandeering this investigation? And employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Knezi. Where is Briardian when we need him? Oh, God, Mills. There they are. Sickness is wont to fester and spread, yes? Is it truly safe to consort with this man? Simply basking in this magnificent scenery fills me with inspiration. Inspector! Inspector! Ba 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 da da ba da 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 da. Hold a moment, my friends. I must needs concentrate. Master Zombie Brand is indeed nearby, but there's also something else. Mayhap a powerful magic, confounding my senses. I can guide you no further, but we must needs split up and search the area. Now see here! These wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up. Canesi can handle it herself, true, and you've clearly a reason to fear death. No reason to fear death. But what of Mistress Nashu? I take your meaning. Good zombie, Canesi, proceed to the lady's protection. I into the seer. Would you like to take the lead? Come on, you two. The inspector's out there somewhere. I know Nashu well enough. She has explosives at the wazoo. Ah! Those sculpted legs clad in gentlemanly trousers. I know them. I know them. Yep, that's Hildy, all right. Look, Nancy, that's got to be in the inspector. He's surrounded by giant, fluffy, man-shaped gazebos. Nay, my lady, they are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos. Fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Canadian can save Master Zombie Brand now. Alright, I'll do it. Warrior of Light antics ensue. For safety's sake, I'll take this one out first. Hildebrand? Inspector! Inspector! Can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. Oh, but this just won't do. We've got to get you out of here before you catch a cold. Uh, Up and at 'em. Everyone is waiting. Everyone is waiting for you. Forgive me if I pull any harder. My arms are like to tear. Ah, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Sure, take me. Is that my heretic? Confound it! I wanted him alive. So Inspector Hildebrand is definitely not a heretic. And he's probably not dead either. He's just hibernating like last time. Hildy was ever a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him. Oh, they immediately backed the hell up. Huh? Hildebrand Helena, Maximilian Manderville, get up right this instant! Huh? Ah! Even deeper into the ground. Hmm. Was it the Manderville meteor strike or the Manderville meteor drive? Bah! Maybe Julian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go. Yo! Huh? Splendidly suplexed, Lord Godbert. Of course, it's the suplex. Huh? Where am I? The snowy wastes of wastelands of Curvis? And who are these people I see before me? But of course! Who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber sweet but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality, unbound by the laws of logic? I don't know. What's that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that's when my father drove me into the earth. I found it buried beneath the snow. A little Lalathellan girl. How adorable! Nashu, please note the firm and muscular legs, not unlike my own. It is clearly a Lalafellan boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You too cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. Dink, dink. That deserves that deserves sound effects. There, that ought to do it. What what is this place? Who am I? I cannot pull those expressions for the life of me. Sir, surely there's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Master Zolbebrad is alive and full of beans. It is a miracle. This is not in all. Tis not in all creation that cannot be repaired with a little tender love and care. I remember. I remember nothing. Inspector Hildebrand's back, and he brought a friend. Oh. It would seem that although Father's ungentle ministrations served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be all right. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Then you can help me to remember. Hearken to me now, for I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, do hereby swear to resolve the mystery of the amnesic Hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful! I'll get started on the Master Nashu's delights. Effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young Gigi lacks the hearty constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi, is that my name? When you woke, you were muttering Gigi. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you. Until such time as we learn your real name, why not adopt it as a playful moniker? But that's just the sound all mammoths make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi. I like this name. Thank you, kind sir. But how will this new name help me to remember who I am? Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come along. Now that I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer. Bound for Fanalan? Then allow me to accompany you. Jillian gave me no end of trouble if I keep will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer. Though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. This is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mistress Nashu's protestations, the inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly. Oh, look, there's a mysterious person again. And they're gone. Hmm? Good to know that Siri is right by the Aephorite. So, that's good. There we go. Fury, take me that man. Ah, Kinesi. I suppose you've heard the news then? Inspector Hildebrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knight released him, he and his assistant ran off to God's know where with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil. Sickness which has since been purged. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now I have no doubt that the inspector will turn up again like a bad gill. And when he does, trouble is sure to follow. Uh-oh. Cutscene? Yes! They actually upgraded it. Sir Marin, Godbert Manderville, Gigi, Edmond de Forton. See you, Inspector. Welcome to the second season of the Hildebrand Adventures. The Gigi situation. Cyr must once more enter into a world he does not quite understand. I pray this day finds you well, Kinesi. Or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. 'Twas unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all. And who could say what secrets or heresy it might hold? Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and if needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? Fury be praised, that at least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I am also given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Fort Tom Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. To the gazebo. Pray it won't kill us now. Pray it won't hurt. Oh, there's an NPC here now. Nashu? Isn't she adorable? To the very pinnacle of the heavens. Uh-oh. How does Gigi know that line? We shall scour the... Verily shall we scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends. Huzzah! A grand adventure in the deepest pit of the seven hells. Just so. Such is the creed of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Oh. Well posed, Gigi. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Secret Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender the mammoth of suspected heretical origin into my custody. Well, hello there, Canesi. An Inquisitor Seer, ever the jester, accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic when it is plain to see he is merely a precocious young lad. Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl. As if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity. Uh-oh. Nashu, please. Were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandervillian masculinity mere moments ago? That's 'cause you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what. Do I need to teach Mistress Liaches? Inspector Seer, what's all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard. Oh, Lord Edmund, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this mammoth on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the inspector before you arrived. At which point they set to bickering about the contraption's gender. What say you, my lord? You think Gigi a boy or a girl? 'Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury take me, not you too. Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, fine. But even supposing this Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition has determined he is not a threat. Beg your pardon. Miraculous resuscitation. Yeah, Hildebrand pulled him out of the snow. I see. Then until such time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Manderville. I will even stand witness here and now if you wish. Adopt? What that then that would make me Gigi's father. Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Manderville. Papa Hildy, Papa Hildy. The Inspector's finally become a father. It's so beautiful. Quite. Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap by the grace of the Furies something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmund. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son, we must away. Oh, Helena, I would not presume to question your grand design, but confound it all! Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoths, but I am still within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Lord Godwin will be pleased to hear that his son is hale and healthy as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle on their father's behalf, and certainly not without consent. There's the group. How long must I stand around waiting for that mammoth to do something possibly heretical? Judging by the size of their estate, they've wealth to rival House Manderville. Oh, look at all them halberds. I've never seen such a well-armed building before. Hmm. Come now, Gigi. Surely, gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. 'Tis the grand manner of House Duran Maltemsate. Pray, do not fill the boy, the mammoth's head, with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. I should know. I work there. Furthermore, I'm quite certain there's no house Duran Maltemsate. That's a rather lucrative portmanteau of the 4 high houses, including the esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption. Well, Gigi, do you remember anything? No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables and see that he might bask in the singular sight, sounds and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. Oh, hi! Good to see someone in... Hi, I hope you're doing okay. In case you're wondering why I'm staring off to the side, that's where my second screen is. And today's stream is also kind of weird because I am not at my usual PC. As the pinned message states. Anyway, wait, it's only... I swear I've been at this longer. Because, again, time flies when you're having fun. Or at least the questline flies by quickly. So if I wanted hair that color, I would have to eat plums, fruits, and pineapples. But how many? Such noble creatures, chocobos. How many halcyon days did I pass in the saddle, racing across the windswept plains? Patience, patience. Watch heretic never sins. Hmm. Splendid specimens of horse bird flesh. Would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. These chocobos are the pride of Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared to exploit them are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself. How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos, it might help. I didn't. Or, just because you found him in a curve and snowbank doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Which is why we ought to try taking him to the market and exposing him to all manner of goods from across Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. Just play along. Just play along. I want one. Buy me a chocolate, please, father. Father. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Am I that strange-looking? Oh, you made the mammoth depression. You gave the mammoth depression, kid. I live. And there is the gang. Nashu Makaraka. What if I picked one with my eyes closed and gave this name day gift to myself? Oh, I wonder what that'd get me. Receive your orders, detain your heretic, and meet your quota. Fury, take me. It used to be so simple. Frightening on occasion, I grant you, but what with my mentor's little episodes, but simple nonetheless. These goods would fetch a high price in Uldar. Why bother? It's no use. Well, now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise your days filled with grand adventures and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits! Ah, bah, 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 bah. My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon. Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps? At least look before you strike a pose. The gods only know how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil at last assessment. It was over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. 100 million gil! Oh, alone, why have you forsaken me? Well, would you look at that? Yeah, it's a miracle. Nay, divine intervention of the Fury herself. Did I do that? Gigi, my boy, that was marvelous. You're a born artisan, just like father. Papa Hildy's papa. Your grandpapa Godbert. The man who woke you with a few gentle taps to the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with that hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the very powers of life and death. Once he and the missus come back from their tour of the Western Highlands, I am sure they'd love to see that trick of yours. Do not demean this mammoth's power as a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it. This mammoth? I say, sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth. Nay, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless vase. My word, this is what passes for trade in Ishgard. Gigi is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can't deny the truth no longer. I am a mammoth. Gigi, what has gotten into you? You are my son. You are a Manderville man. Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Manderville girl through and through. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama. Oh, poor Gigi! The depression just struck. Oh, children do say the most hurtful things. The unmistakable sense of, well, perhaps not heresy exactly. Regardless, that mammoth's power cannot be allowed to fall into the wrong hands. Well, it is only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I do test my parents' patience. That on more than one occasion, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I. I say we find out what's got him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Oh, never mind. Just so we're clear, you do agree that it's a mammoth, right? You don't honestly believe that you know. I'm sure he didn't mean what he said about his Papa Hildy, which means he thinks I'm his mama? The measure of a mammoth. Okay, I'm gonna check something real quick. Because I want to check if there's a certain. Okay, never mind. Hildebrand knows in his heart that love transcends dimensions of space and of time and space, definitions of man and machine. Uh, the course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildebrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son. That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead. That's all very. Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentry stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If, Fury help us, he has left Ishgard, we need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismissed. I stumbled over my words. I was stumbling over my words again. Lizard. I can cut through the Skysteel manufactory. Harrowwood? A little fellow with a white-brimmed hat. Aye, he came through here. Bought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them was named Lalafels, right? Funny little buggers, seemed keen to be anywhere but here. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates, and the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description. He boarded a supply ship to Falcon's Nest. Falcon's Nest! Fury take me! Must we return to that freezing pit of despair? Wheresoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason he would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Really, he seemed in no mood to frolic when last I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to then become morose and belligerent when it became clear he was, in fact, a mammoth. One might even say he remembered that he was. He remembered his purpose. So when he returned to Western Curfus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where we first found him, home to his heretic masters to share with them the intelligence he had gathered on the city. At long last, the undeniable, the unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. Inspector, I'm starting to think Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of our little girl. It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavour to surreptitiously bring him round to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtlety in all things, Nashu, that is the Manderville way. You say that. Huh? No, I'm not. In fact, my phone has been idle basically all afternoon. And please, do not call. Ha! Aha! I knew it. The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. I don't much like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector, I think I just heard one of those moments, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. I did tell her grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers. Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents, the self-same ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father. Ah, ha, ha, what a fine young gentleman, eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Mandervilles beckons. I really can't be bothered. Free ice crystals. Footprints. The tracks continue north. How? Right in the kisser. The mammoth lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round traveling at high speed. All right, up you get. My head. Oh, oh, it's you. You followed me. Oh, Gigi. If you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you are unharmed. It would seem that he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinbocks. These dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? If a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi, we... As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandervilles are made of sterner stuff. I have been driven head first into the earth on no more than 24 occasions. Several times from moms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. I expect the earth was no less brilliant for the experience. There. Why are you... Are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? I'm saving that one for... What good fortune to cross paths with you so lot so far from civilization? Forgive me for not taking notice earlier, but I was engrossed in my duel with Julian. Julian, but how rude of me. Would you care to join us? Grandpapa Godbert. Grandpapa Godbert. Mama Nashu said you wield the powers of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpapa Godbert, grant me life. Make me a real boy. Oh, poor G. Oh, Gigi. What's gotten into you, my boy? Oh, uh-oh. Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. Oh, it's a Pinocchio story then. Oh no, he's taking his clothes off. Good instinct, Seer. Good instinct. You must be scared whenever that happens. Then let us begin. Oh, actual Lullafellan model. His body is everything I wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpapa Godbert. Thank you. Oh, but I have not even begun to begin. Paragot, guide my hammer. Oh, oh. What's in the matrix? Oh, Rugadin model. Papa Hildy, I'm I'm a Manderville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh, this is gonna be funny. Papa Hildy. Gigi. Uh oh. Oh, oh, this is gonna be funny. Always, man. Hildebrand's expressions are over the top. Hmm? That's my boy. And he's at the Manderville dance. Now that brings back some memories. Papa Hildy, oh dear, who could have done such a thing? I saw the model switch. By the Fury, just like the vase all over again, miraculously restored to its original form. Gigi, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. How shall I put this? It is, how shall I put this, more manageable. And much more adorable. But how can I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a mammoth? That is that what's been troubling you all this time? Then why? But why didn't you say so? Doing whatever a Manderville can. A Manderville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a mammoth, you look at them in the eye and say, "Nay, I'm a Manderville mammoth." Attaboy. Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and ward of House Manderville. Ye gods, I knew he was fond of the mammoth, but did you hear that woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son! Grandpapa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Oh, makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Did I just time it wrong? Well, yep. Grandma Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Oh, dear gods! What's so bloody grand about it? Run! I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody buggered mammoth! It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. Yes, sir, be afraid! Fury, take me! I had heard tales of dark nights before, but no, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical like as not, but rules be damned, I'm not risking my life to find out. Next time. Oh, need to talk to Seer? They're mad. Utterly mad. The whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence I will never understand. Well, at least the mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I didn't know a mammoth could even have an existential crisis. Wait, what am I saying? It's a mammoth. Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury, take me. Their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure, report to superior, one step at a time. One step at a time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we go back to Ishgard. Seer? Right then, my superiors. Having been informed of Mammoth's adoption by House Manderville, as witnessed by House Fortin, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the mammoth is the product of heretical machinations, and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories, and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Manderville mammoth, casting about for what any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say there is something exceedingly unusual about that mammoth. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that vase, and itself to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. Next time, on Inspector Extraordinaire, Hildebrand. Cast and appearance: Nacho McCurrica, Sir Marrow, Godbert Manderville, Gigi de Forton, and Julian Manderville. See you, Inspector. And that's perfect timing, because we are going into ads. And for that, I will also call a quick BRB. I forgot that I actually have to manually mute. And we're back. So, Seer? A gazebo to call our own. Seer may be the only man who has yet to drink from the well of madness. That you stand here before me is proof that Talona smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Knezi, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed, and now missing and presumed dead, knights of the Heaven's Ward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began. Yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sirs walking the streets. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help we can get, which means, Fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he is like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy, Mammoth! Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Praise the Lord, for a moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be our last chance. My last chance to prove my worth to my superiors. If I can't, to Fort Hart Manor! What is that setup? Oh, he's a high level. Altered linen cowl. Okay, I should get... honestly, that's very mysterious. Ethernet, go to the last vigil. Little Gigi's been a very naughty girl. But why, Papa Hildy? Because, Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it unbecoming a gentleman? Ah, Inquisitor Seer. Crazy. Good morrow to you both. Are you come as adoring fans or on business? Business, always business, you may rest assured. Then I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it robbery, murder, tax evasion? Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That is not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, but it belongs to Lord Edmund. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmund, would you? I guess not, but where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And why does it have a... and does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle, too? Oh, Gigi. Don't you see? We have no need of kettles or gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go where we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eosia in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as knights of the Heavens Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor, say no more. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, I am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? Uh-oh, there's Julian. Mother dearest, I was under the impression you had departed for Ul'dah. And leave my beloved boy to keep playing at being an inspector, as well as father to a bloody mammoth. Bugger you're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It's my life's calling to be an inspector. And Gigi is my son. He is a Manderville man. Grand is as it is to see you. You have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Come, Nashu, come, Gigi. We shall demonstrate to Mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. Okay, Zap Brannigan is what I'm going for with the voice now. False balls, he's stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry ass of a father. I trust you lot will help me keep him out of trouble. Right then, come along. Now, that could have gone better, and worse. Let's not keep them waiting. If Julian Manderville asks you to do something, you do it! Wait. This Lalafell's been showing up during this entire quest line. I can say one thing with absolute confidence, they are all quite mad. I demand satisfaction, swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? If Sir Charibert were here, he'd purge a lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Ah, yes, a pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity. They don't... The Ishgardians don't know. No new letters for you today, Kupo. There must be at least one fair maiden who can tell us something of value. Who needs a gazebo? I do. Nashru Makaraka. If the knights weren't supposed to, then why are they so popular with highborn ladies? What in the seven hell's so damn appealing about getting paid a pittance to do the Watcher's job for 'em? Eh? A world-weary maiden. please. Do you think me so foolish to fall for their charade? From what I heard of the others, the said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavensward. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sarah Dalful's face. Oh, wherever could he be? 6 films under. Am I truly outside her grace? My allowance all gone to waste on those... I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap I just need to exist that he now walks in Halona's halls. I mean, you're not wrong. Yet you just explained it to the person who guided them there. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never ever call her that. At least not yet. Promise? Yes, father, I promise I'll call Grandmama Julian. Grandmama Julian. Greetings, my lady. Oh, ain't you a charmer? Near I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off had you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy. My faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any new information? None at all. Other than the fact that these women scorned seem to detest the fake knights with every fibre of their being. These 2 women were telling me all about what they do if they court, Is that the best you can do, then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies, and ye call yourself a Manderville man? I assure you, but we're only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unravelled with a tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time. I somehow doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. Aye, it is true. I too was taken in by the false promises of those awful, awful men. Long have I yearned to meet the chance to yearned for the chance to meet Sir Velgin. When so they said, I finally could. I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, I looked on the hideous faces of those so-called grand sirs. I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch. But their neighbours said they had overheard them speaking about seeking shelter at a place called Idleshire. I don't know much. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. Huzzah! 3 cheers for Papa Hildy! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray. And there you have it. Our quarry can be found at Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants, justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idleshire. Have you? It's actually in the Dravanian hinterlands. You mean we're to travel to the Dravanian hinterlands? Right now, just like that? Aylshire time. Here we are. Wait. Did I lose connection? Never mind. I'll move the chat over here so I just have that on the side. Actually, no, I'll put it over here on the left, where it's supposed to go, and then this one goes over here. So, that harrowing journey, which I felt certain I would die. That was a harrowing journey during which I felt certain I would die horribly, or at least be forced to part ways with my precious bits. Bloody waste of time. This place feels somehow familiar, but I can't possibly have come here before, right? Oh, can I keep one? I promise I'll walk him and feed him and put fresh herbs in his mask every day. No, goblins are not meant for that. Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her Uplander and Gobby citizens. Yes, well, I'm glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones. But they are no match for Lady Julian and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make bad copy gobbies fly again. God's sakes, Hildy, except in Canesi, there's a lot to be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense! I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let's split up and question the good people of Idalshire. My keen inspector sense tells me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. Loud jocks. Oh,
Yes, yes, Logics knows of Grant says. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves. Mingo no will go me flock. But each their own, Logic says. No questions, only English shine.
How blessed these goblins and treasure hunters and adventurers must feel to have the freedom to pursue their dreams and live it as they see fit. Hooray for everything! A sorrier looking city of vagabonds, cutthroats, and charlatans I've never seen. Don't you fall in with them here? Oh, even more name day gifts for me. Two Gashal greens to bring that back up to 30. Tobana. Oh, wait, that's Rowena's. What? Oh, you must be talking about them Grand Sirs. They drifted they drifted into Edilshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the Great Library, though I couldn't tell you why. Could it be? It's that same old crone from before. Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs, south of the round spot. You best watch out, though. They're a dangerous bunch. They're liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad. But are you perhaps a long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? What? Look behind you, a free-headed Gubu! Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Hmm. If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show, Kinesi. There, that's the one. Come, let's inform the others. It would seem that no one is home. There is naught we can do but wait, then. Papa Hildy, Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Amanachu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here. You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in? As I live in Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Could it be? Oh, I say, could it be Slowfix coin toss? You know this Gobby, Inspector? I most certainly do. Master Slowfix was my very first employer. Pshkar, when travelling through Fanland long ago, Gobbyflock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. And with no jingly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make busy to a gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness, he finds Uplander bandits and brings match Bangy Boom. And returns to Goody Gobby's missing goods and great justice. Henceforth, Slowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders. But for chance encounter with gentleman Uplander, he never conceives the egalitarian utopia. Pshkaw. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. Ha ha ha! Oh, the memories. 'Twas a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and, well, as they say, boom gobby doom. Oh, no busy deals for the wicked. No busy deals indeed. But leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix. Just looking at what you and your flock have made of these ruins is making me big eyes. Gobby flock has come a long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand lending. Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We don't require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice. Why settle for gazebo and perfectly good estate right behind you? Build residents in building in arrears, and Slowfix happy to evict them. But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women. Fraud? In Slowfix's egalitarian utopia, this he will not abide. All the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay instead of Grand Sirs. No need for jingly shine either. As a giant gazebo to call our own. I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix, thank you. No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Cobbyflock is possessed of moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for Grand Sirs. Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it? I could think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion, and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. And now he's gone and gotten himself a sodden gazebo. Bloody hell, if he really thinks I'm going to let him keep on playing at being a father. Knowledge seeks no man. Oh, that's actually different. On the other side. Broom. Still no sign of the notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say we're going to need more paint. Uh-oh. That old woman must have followed us here from Ishgard. She's involved in this. That much is clear, but the question is how. Even supposing I were to turn a blind eye to his shenanigans, this is no place to raise a child. Do you like my family crest? Oh, maybe I should have also painted Grandpapa Godmert and Grandma, Lady Julian. She's so talented, just like her grandpapa. Don't trust anyone over 60. Hildebrand has never been a patient man. He tires of waiting. Waiting is for wimps. Much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea. Hey, Inspector, is it just me or have those two been looking at us for the past few minutes? This is quite normal behavior for my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. I'm gonna move my phone over here and reset my tracking again. There we go. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Sirs. Come on, they're getting away. Wait a moment, that's a quest I haven't seen before. Last I went to Eldershire, this guy was not. Oh, that's a painfully Ashgardian man. Uh-oh. They went that way. To the right. I'll catch up to you all soon. So just go. Fury, take me. I haven't run like that since Sir Cherry Bear chased me up and down the steps of Faith brandishing a flaming. Wait, where is Gigi? Spare the flaming rods, spoil the milksop. Where could those two have got to? Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions! You've nowhere to run! Reveal yourselves at once! I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grandsirs. Name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds. Check. Bulls. There they are. No country for old men. slayer of 1,000 worms, the silver spear which hath pierced the very heavens, Orland, master of magics ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all maladies save senescence and incontinence, gone smart. Grand sirs, Excelsior! I don't know whether to laugh or cry. What to cry? Mayhap both. Grandsires, I mean, grandsirs, you stand accused of wilfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, am come on behalf of these poor defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now, lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ah, the audacity of this boy! You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. I think these are the heretics you've been. You will rue this day and rue it hard. Oh, a dragoon. God, how I miss this. The air steaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. It was on a day like this we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, and we never truly came back down. Do mine eyes deceive me? Pigs near my heart descended from Helona's halls to guide me to her bosom. Everything long I have waited for this moment. Oh, he wants to die. You're higher, higher. Orland, Orland, Orland. Ah, alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man. Chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. You'll rue this day and rue it hard. That was the only memory we have of him. I have a feeling. Wait, I've seen this before. All too recently. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man may yet be saved. He means he's talking about you. Oh, you're referring to me. I see, I see. All haste, was it? Yes, yes, I'll get right on that. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss. Oh, he used arrow. Foes? I thought you were friends. Huh? Uh-oh. Stubborn head poking me from green bulk. My back, my back! Oh, 'twould seem I have underestimated you lot. That makes two of us? Enough. Leave them be, or do... Leave them be, or you do not care what becomes of the mammoth? Gigi. When? How? Why, thought I recognized you. First in Ishgard, then in Idleshire. You've been following us since we left the capital. Bearer of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which hath deceived kings and queens. Doris! You can't possibly have been so naive as to think we'd not see through your ridiculous disguises. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap. For which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. It has all been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes from the first. The objective of this grand design has been this singular mammoth. I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way. Oh, we have no desire to hurt the boy, but we require his help. We but require his help to reclaim that which is rightfully ours. Our youth. Can't say. They're getting away. Damn! They're very slowly getting away. Papa Hildy. Gigi. Stay strong, my son. I swear I shall find you. Remind me again why we didn't just, fine job he did protecting that mammoth of his, eh? Do you think they're headed for the old mill? If not, can we go anyway? I haven't had cider in ages. So struck me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the Grand Sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. Will I ever see my beloved son again? I ought to... I suppose we ought to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Rods at hand by now. Very much doubt that, given they were going at an adamantoise's pace. That old milksop's right. Let's get after the old buggers. Ah, that's what Memento used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. Let me guess, wondering why I haven't gone and smacked him upside the head and put an end to this rubbish, eh? There's time for cracking skulls and there's time for letting your idiot of a son deal with his troubles on his own, and that's why. Think he's sleeping or just resting his eyes? Must act rashly. If they realize they are being watched, they may attempt to flee again, very slowly. Ah, seems the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. How ironic. Also, how premature. We have them, yes, but if they still have Gigi. Damn it! If only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Asking he shall receive. We can ambush that wizened dragoon, take him hostage, and demand an exchange. Inquisitor Seer, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no, we shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Calesi will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir, and then relieve him of his armor. How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Calesi. Huh? Wait, is this why Hancock mentioned stealer of pants? Ah, I knew you'd. Wait, who are you again? Something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms. Strong yet tender looking. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young lady? Yes, this lingering ache and tension at Gunspot can't seem to soothe with his magics. Lend me a hand. Whoosh! Knock him out cold. Young lady, you are a saint. There, there. Let your worries. Let your worries leave you. And go take an. Ah, we get to yoink his. Repair all in sabotons and breaches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements at the mercy of the nearby ravenous bears and tentacled morbals. May he rest in peace. Rest in peace. He will be. Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you have taken care of the dragoon. And by taking care, I mean afforded him all due courtesies befitting a man of his years, whilst returning with the equipment I require. Here you go. Capital! Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, ye of little faith, you're in for a treat. For you now shall have a front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge. Hey, is it time for dinner yet? You just ate, you daft bugger. Ah, where in the hell's is Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it. Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I have returned. Oh, bollocks. It's about time. Okay, no, that's bollocks. Pack up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes. Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. It's his behavior on becoming a gentleman to keep children in cages. So what else are you blathering about? He's going to get away. No, you're not. See, still here, right within my care. Right then, on a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness. Fury, take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him. So far, so good. I'm cold, and there are morbals after me. I'm me, but you're also me, but that can't be, but unless... That's it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pixie, we'll be together at last. Oh. Imposter! Don't you dare think to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush. Ye gods! I realized dying would hurt so much. Now's your chance. Now's your chance, Gigi. Come with me. Vivi, wait! My son, what's gotten into you? Vivi, Vivi, where have I heard that name before? Remember who you are, Vivi. What you are. A creation of the great Shalian Archmagus Quan. 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 I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now. We lived together, and he taught me many things about the outside world. I'll just keep going through this ads, by the way. What exactly do you remember, my son? Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again. And so in his ignorance he cast you out and died all alone. To turn back the hands of time. Then what we witnessed in the Crozier and with the Duke's Priceless Vase. That power could be brought to bear on people. But wait, how do you know all this? What all this? You couldn't possibly have been associates of Archmagus Quan. We found his journals during one of our many trips into the great library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match. But no soldier has the strength to triumph over time. And before we knew it, the hour of the sheaf was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine, to our surprise, that we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime. A second lifetime, as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which is broken and restore it to its prime state. To turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth. Fury, take me. This is also... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy. We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance, for a second chance, was within reach. And then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish when you were to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to Archmagus Quan. Impossible. No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best, you can reanimate a corpse, and I need not review the precepts to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. Gigi, wait. What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Manderville mammoth. You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy. I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try. What are you doing? They're getting away. We have to stop them. Mayhap we must respect Gigi's decision. So that's the end of that chapter, eh? You giving up and coming back home? I too have made a decision long ago to become a travelling inspector, and I've ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. It falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps the righteous path, and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Because Sir, I applaud your dedication to your work and cannot thank you enough for all you've done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of Grand Sirs for a time, that I might be afforded the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then, there's no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans. I suppose it'd have been a shame had he given up that easily. No, that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make him young again, then... See? I said I'd suspend my pursuit, and I will, but does it mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard? I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Charlian origin, and I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This is, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it to imply that I'm interested in these matters more than a professional one? I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about. Thank you, Kennedy. That will be all. And cutscene. And I believe that is where we are going to leave it for tonight. So, I feel like that's where I'm going to leave it for today because, well, I need some things. I need to prepare some things for the cat. So, Good night, everybody. Excuse me, but that is the wrong scene. I'll need to adjust the deck. So, let me just. Let's find someone to raid out to, shall we? Oh, there has been the discourse. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take off these headphones. I'll just put on the earpieces. And let's find someone to raid out to. Oh, Kinstera's is making a bingo sheet for FanFest. See you all over there. Good night, everyone.